All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles, their great millstone, who's teaching this truth and sincerity, and also who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered four corners of the earth, which you so-called Negroes, Latino, Hispanics, Native American Indians, the true Israelites that's coming out of the elect nation of Israel. This brother Jonathan is coming back at you with another lesson through the Spirit. You know, Lord willing, I hope this video is edifying for the elect out there, the sincere Akim and Akwath. But I just want to entitle this one, you know, A Nation Divided Against Itself. You can see it going on, you know, what's happening. You know, everything that happened to the children of Israel is now going forth on our enemies. And you see a lot of things that's being revealed. You know, Luke 12 and 2, for example. But I'm gonna start at 12. I'll make this short just because of storage. And it says, this is Matthew 12 and verse 25. And it says, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto every kingdom divided against itself, it brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Right. And that actually happened to Israel too. We had the splitting of the north and south kingdoms, but you know, now it's a time where it's a flip, you know. So I got two precepts. This is Proverbs 11. Proverbs 11 and verse 1. It says, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. Okay, so, you know, we actually had issues. We've been separated, you know. We got the curses, you know, basically having ill feelings towards your so-called brother, right? But now it's getting flipped, where the Israelites are waking up and coming together. I mean, yes, we still got 2/3 of our people that's not going to hearken, but this is part of the Lord's movie that's being played out. Okay, so let me get Deuteronomy 30 and verse 7. Book of Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7, and it reads, and the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hated thee, which persecuted thee. And you know, when we get that Matthew 12, it was getting into you know Israel, but now you see it happening to so-called Edom and these other nations, to the point where these nations is pissed and they want to come and take this bitch out. And I'm talking about America. All right. What's the saying? I know, I believe the elder Manata Zakba, South Carolina 08, he made a statement saying, you know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. All right. So all these other nations are going to be looking, they're going to be like, you know what? You don't like America? Yo, I don't like either. Yo, let's team up. You know, and that's why we got a lot of wars going on. And now all these other nations are teaming up, you know, getting ally alliances. So let's go back. Let's get Mark. All right. So it's pretty much saying the same thing. This is Mark 3 and verse 23. And he called them unto them. I'm sorry. It says, this is Mark 3 and verse 23. And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. Because the people that's ruling, bro, they're the physical counterparts of Satan. And you see, they're going at it with, you got Russia, you got the so-called, the JOOs, so on and so forth. And it's coming to a point where, everybody is pissed off at this place. Like, that's why this place is going to get nuked. You got Revelations, the 17th chapter. The judgment, this is the judgment of the place that sits on many waters. Let me grab that. It's Revelation 17. And it says, and this starts from the top. It says, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven veils, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, and I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. And that's talking about America. And that judgment, the ultimate judgment, is when the nukes come and hit this place, and the chariots come. Okay? But yeah, it sits on many waters. And, like I was stating earlier, you can see all the conflict that's going on with these other countries, the people in America, because we're all going through it. That's why it's called Jacob's Trouble. All right, so let me get this one, Jeremiah 50 and 33. And it reads, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. And like I say, you see all this stuff with ICE going on. You want to fuck with Issachar and the Northern Kingdom, but hey, they was doing it to the Haitians too, the Southern Kingdom. So when you read it, it's talking about, it says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel, Northern Kingdom, and the children of Judah, the Southern Kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, were oppressed together. And this is also talking about now. All right, I just saw a real heartbreaking video of a little child who basically needed some medication. She's on breathing, respiration, but ICE got her in, I guess, detention, and they refused to give her medicine. Her meds. This is a little girl. So these devils, bro, they are evil, bro. These guys are evil. Like I said, you get it, Zechariah. Yep, this is Zechariah 1 and 14. And it says, I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was little displeased, and they helped for the affliction. See, man, and we have tons of records, receipts of what these devils did to us, so very gruesome. And you don't even know, like you said, the Lord exposing things. Like I was getting into Luke the 12th chapter, you can see, like, when they trying to bring back the Epstein files, you hear about all the kids that's been touched on. You hear that the cannibalism, eating flesh. Man, like, this devil is really being exposed for the monster he truly is. But he has a moment but a short time, and that's when he's really gonna show his horns. This demon is showing his horns, man. But hey, even though he's showing his horns, he's still gonna be taken out. That's why you gotta be, even like just the smallest minute thing will cause issues in the future. That's why when you look at these other nations, yeah, they might rock with each other, but there are some disagreements within within the kingdom, I should just say, their kingdom. But you can see there's a lot of non-agreements, a lot of conflict where, you know, not everybody's pissed off at this place. That's why you got the scriptures on Amos 3:3. Can 2 or 3 walk together, at least they be agreed? But, you know, it's a rhetorical question, but the answer is no. There's some things that these other nations are not in agreement or in alliance with America, and now they're pissed. Okay? But Lord willing, I hope this video was edifying. I didn't want to make it too long just for storage purposes. But again, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. And again, double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Mill, Soul Seekers, Truth and Sincerity, and also Rule Well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. And I'll close out, say Shalom, and on to the next lesson.